Welcome to the awakening of the white race and the call of Rama. The antediluvian cycles. Before the first stone temple touched the sky, before man wrote his name in history, the earth had already lived and had already died. According to the oldest traditions, our planet was not born from a single breath, but from successive cycles. Entire continents emerged from the ocean like giant islands, and on each of them, nature forged a race. The red, which ruled a southern continent now swallowed by the waters. The black, whose civilization of cyclopean cities crowned the peaks of Africa and Asia. The yellow, which preserved itself in the heart of the east. And finally, the white, the last to be born. The one that emerged from the northern forests, amidst the storms of the Atlantic and the auroras borealis. The Greeks called them Hyperboreans, men with golden hair and blue eyes, hunters, horsemen, dreamers of freedom. But the sky did not only give them strength, it gave them memory, and with it, the first spark of religion was born, the sacred forest and the fall into blood. In the virgin forests of ancient Scythia, the white man did not live in caves. He was already master of his land. He had tamed the horse and the dog. He had knapped flint, drawn the bow, and raised menhirs under the stars. But it was in the silence of the forests where he first heard the voice of the invisible. Each tribe had its prophetess, women of extreme sensitivity who, under the light of the moon, fell into ecstasy and spoke in the name of the great-grandfather. From their visions was born the cult of the ancestors. From their voice sprang verse, poetry, and sacred music. But with time, inspiration became corrupted. Power turned to ambition, ecstasy to terror. The prophetesses, now bloodthirsty druidesses, demanded human blood to appease the dead. The Druids, fearful of losing their authority, acquiesced. And thus, what had begun as a whisper of the divine transformed into an altar of slaughter. The white race, in its violent infancy, began to devour itself. The plague and the shadow of despair. Then, punishment fell, or perhaps the consequence. From their contacts with the races of the south, the whites contracted a horrifying plague. Black patches covered the skin. Breath turned fetid. Bodies swelled, ulcerated, and died in spasms amidst the rot of the forests. Thousands fell. Birds of prey fled. Panic seized the tribes. In the midst of that chaos, a young druid meditated beneath a centuries-old oak tree. His name was Ram. He was not a warrior nor a tyrant. He was a sage in bloom. He had studied plants, the stars, and the hidden juices of the earth. He had traveled south and learned from the black priests their deepest secrets. But upon returning, what he saw chilled him. His people were not only dying of plague, they were dying of ignorance and of cruelty. Ram sought a cure, not only for the body, for the soul. The vision beneath the oak and the salvific mistletoe. One night, exhausted from praying, Ram fell asleep at the foot of the tree, and in his dreams, a voice spoke his name. Before him appeared a man of majestic stature, dressed in the same white linen as the Druids. In his hand, a staff entwined by a serpent. Without a word, the stranger pointed to the oak. There, a branch of mistletoe gleamed. "O Ram, the remedy you seek, here you have it," said the voice. With a golden sickle, he cut the branch, handed it to him, and murmured the precise words to prepare it. When Ram awoke, he knew he had found salvation. He prepared the brew, gave it to a dying man, and the sick man was healed. Cures multiplied. Ram became a demigod to his people, and from the mistletoe was born a new cult, the Night Mother, the festival of rebirth, the first dawn of a pure hope. But Ram did not stop at healing bodies. He wanted to heal the spirit. Ram versus Bull. The schism that split the European soul. Chosen as chief of the priests, Ram gave the order that shook the foundations of the ancient world. Human sacrifices are over. The news spread like lightning. Some rejoiced. Others feared losing their power. The Druidesses hurled curses. The elder Druids rebelled. To unite his own, Ram raised a new standard. While the warriors of the old guard venerated the bull, a symbol of brute strength and violence, Ram exalted the ram. The peaceful leader of the flock, the guide who leads without destroying. Europe split in two. Death to the ram, shouted the followers of the bull. War on the bull, answered those of Ram. Civil war was imminent, and Ram, facing the abyss, hesitated. Would unleashing the struggle not condemn his race to self-destruction? It was then that he had his second vision. The vision of the temple, and the call of DEVA NAHOUSHA. Stormy skies. A druidess about to sacrifice a warrior. Ram stepped in. A lightning bolt split the clouds, and in the light he appeared, more beautiful than before. His entire body radiated light. Before an open temple, a stone altar, and a cup and a torch in his hands. Ram, I am pleased with you. This torch is the sacred fire of the divine spirit. This cup, life and love. Give the torch to the man, the cup to a woman. Ram obeyed. And instantly, a fire ignited upon the altar. The temple rose toward the starry sky. There, on the summit of a mountain, the genius spoke to him. They call me DEVA NAHOUSHA, the divine intelligence. You will spread my radiance across the earth. Now, follow your path. Go toward the east. Ram opened his eyes. He no longer doubted. There would be no war in Europe. There would be an exodus, a sacred conquest. A new civilization would be born on the other side of the mountains. What did Rama find upon crossing the Caucasus? How did he transform blood into fire and conquest into law? In the next video, the exodus of Rama, the founding of the sacred cult, the war against black magic, and the testament written in the stars. Subscribe. The story has just begun.